Hey, if any of you out there are confused about the term working class and whether you belong to it based upon what you do with your body and time, I've been there, but now at 54, I'm a little bit clearer about it. And so I want to share that trip with you. So my dad is the youngest of 10. His dad drove a garbage truck in Detroit. My mom's mom became a school teacher while her dad went to war in Europe for 6 years and then worked auto factory jobs and struggled with alcoholism till he died. Now, my parents were able to affordably college educate themselves in the period of middle class expansion on that temporary wave of the war surplus, and they entered school teaching during a time of relative union strength in the 1970s. So I've been a white city kid most of my life in a gentrifying period in which encouragement and access to trades has been always in decline. And I grew up with the Gen X expectation that I should get a degree and a profession. But even 30 years ago, the professional window for all of the humanities stuff I was good at was shrinking. And in the process of not finishing college because I didn't see a future in it, I was a church organist. I waited on tables. I worked bar at a casino. I worked on farms and movie theaters. I did drywall and painting. I worked as an overnight DJ. And I did all of these jobs before I'd ever heard the word precariat. Now, all this floating around gave me this persistent feeling of being useless. I thought that other wage laborers were living completely different lives. Like that guy had a tool belt and that guy has a full ratchet set. Like they must be real men. And of course, there's all of this gendered stuff going on as well. And like everyone else, I've been vulnerable to these reactionary ideas as though we all have infinite freedom of choice over what we do, and some of us just choose to be soy boys because we're useless. Now, these feelings chase me to this day, even into the best work I can do with my skills in books and on platforms like this. There's always part of my brain wondering if there's something more natural or stable to do. Maybe I should be a barber. That's an honest job. But that idea is based on the thought that being a different type of wage or commission laborer would change my fundamental relationship to capital, which is, I'm not a capitalist, but it won't. Long story short is it's taken me more than 30 years to realize that I really am a working class person, not just because that's where my people came from and the middle class promise is a liberal fantasy, but because I've worked for wages all my life and I still do, and 99% of you do as well. So when you hear working class, it's not the job you do or whether you look like you could be in a truck commercial. It's because you work with your body and brain because that's all you have. And I think this more basic and less aesthetic meaning of working class should bring us into communion from across a huge range of unique stories.